So today, 21st of August 2020, we are starting a chapter 9 of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is entitled Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraet. Nashtupraya Subhadresho Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtuki 3.9.1 Brahmovacha Gyato Asime Adya Suchiran No Dehavajam Na Gyayate Bhagavato Gatiriti Avadhyam Nanya Tvad Asi Bhagavan Pitanna Sudham Maya Guna Vyatikaradya Devurur Vivasi. Brahmovacham, Lord Brahma said, Gyataha, known, Asi, you are. Me, by me, Adhya, today, Suchirat, after a long time. Nanu, but, Dehavajam, of one who has a material body. Na, not. Gnayate is known. Bhagavataha, of the personality of Godhead. Gatihi, course. Iti, so it is. Avadhyam, great offense. Na anyat, none beyond. Tvat, you. Asti, there is. Bhagavan, O my Lord. Api, even though there is. Tat, anything that may be. No, never. Shuddham, absolute. Maya, material energy. Gunavyatikarat, because of the mixture of the modes of yat, to which Uruhu, transcendental, Vibhasi, you are. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord, today, after many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how fortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of the matter. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjan Salakaya Chakshmantaменam Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vaishnava Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Supadantikam Bandeyaham Sri Guru Shada Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathan Vidantam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamcha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त अंजन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामी नित्य नामिने। नमः आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ब्रह्मोवाच ज्ञातोऽसि मे अद्य शुचिराननो देहवाजां न ज्ञायते भगवतो गतिरेति अवध्यम् नान्यत्वदसि भगवन्नपि तन्न शुद्धं माया गुणव्यतिकराद्यद्गुरु विभासि. So we are hearing from Maitreya Rishi enlightening to Vidura, and today Brahma is speaking. Lord Brahma said, "O my Lord, today, after many years of penance, I have come to know about you. It is just to know about you, not even tattva, just to know you. Many years of penances. And what do we think? 5, 10 years? 20 years? Is that all? I don't think so. Many years of penance, that too, ahatuki apratihata, without division of the mind, one can be favored by the Lord to reveal himself. How much? As much as his intellectual power, as much as he can comprehend, as much as he has desired to know Krishna. Brahma's desire was to know who is his originator, who is the source of his birth. So directly he was meditating upon Krishna. But we don't meditate upon. We meditate upon the self. He is qualifying his statement. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are that they are unable to know your personality. Lord says, Tasyaham sulabha partha. Or elsewhere, Chipram bhavati dharmatma. There is no delay from the Lord's side. If there is any delay, the delay our surrender unto him. Furthermore, he says, my Lord, you are the only knowable object because there is nothing supreme beyond you. See, he wants to know about the Lord, right? The word here is jnataha. And you know what is our jnana? We also have jnana. Our jnana is who is doing what bad activities, what are his mistakes, what are his drawbacks, how he is cheating us, and things like that. So we are also gyatva. Aham janati. Na Krishna aham janati vyatha. So, but Brahma is saying, after this called a self-realization. Because he has seen the Krishna in a gigantic form. And he said there is no source for Krishna, but he is the source of everything. That's why he's saying, you are only knowable. The reason? Because there is nothing supreme beyond. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. Sometimes you may see a small fire, you may not comprehend the quality, you may disregard it, avoid it. But the same fire can cause a havoc by burning the whole house and the whole city. So Krishna is that small fire. As the fire is hidden in the firewood, similarly, Krishna is that fire which is absolute. And why is absolute? You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of the matter. All that we see, all that we dream, all that we know, all that is unknown to us, all that is unknown to anybody so far, Krishna is the cause of all that. That the total summum bonum about Krishna. Sarva karana karanam. There can be any cause. The cause is Krishna is the cause of that cause, and then reaction thereafter. Perfectly under the direction of Krishna. Let us get into the ecstasy of Srila Prabhupada. The highest peak of ignorance of the living entity who are conditioned by material bodies is that they are unaware of the supreme cause of cosmic manifestation. Nowadays, belief is Big Bang theory. All of a sudden it happened. So there was a devotee. He put some khichdi in the pressure cooker in the kitchen. Somehow something went wrong, malfunction, and this pressure cooker busted out. All khichdi is all around his kitchen. Now this great boy, he's trying to understand. He's trying to find out is there any art in the khichdi that has gone all around. He spent hours together. He did not find any shape or anything tangible worth knowing. So he said, the Big Bang theory is a nonsense. If my small khichdi cannot make a pattern, then what to talk of? It has the universes, and it has a river, and it has a hill, it has the mountains, and the trees, it has insects, it has the birds and everything. How is it possible? Because just Big Bang? I remember when we came to this house, our Krishna Chandra Prabhu also came to this house, and he hit his head in the one corner of the wall. So, instead of Big Bang, there is a big swollen in his head. So, by banging things does not create anything. Banging, it creates the pain. So, it's a foolishness to think, as Prabhupada is saying, the high at the peak of ignorance. That they don't know. There's a Krishna. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Everything is organized. It is not all of a sudden. So many people say that is it everything is written? I say yes, everything is written. But there are choices. I give you an example. You suppose you are using ATM. You go to ATM, you press a button, put your code, you will find the selection. Now, depending upon what you are selecting, you are going to get the answer. Now, the choice is given to you. Whether you want to see the balance, you want to deposit the money, you want to withdraw the money, whatever you want to do. But there are some limitations, some process. But suppose in your bank only 100,000, you cannot draw $1 million. Similarly, in our bhagyas are written. If he chooses this, this will happen. If you choose this, this will happen. And once you happen this, again so many choices and choices and choices and choices. So we are made of choices. The choices we can say is a desire. So whatever we desire, whatever we choose, this is our cause and reaction will follow. Now you cannot say why it has happened. It's programmed. We have been programmed by Vedanta, by the Lord Brahma. Every living entity, particularly human form, bhagya is written. You are going to meet that bhagya, sure and certain. But we have one choice, to wash it off completely. Jnanagni dagdha karmana. by the agni of jnana, the karma, which are at the moment in the seedling form or in the seed form, they can be destroyed. Nama sankirtaniyasya sarva papa ranasanam paranamo dukkha samnama tam namami hariparyam. But Prabhupada is saying, this the highest peak of ignorance, they do not know the everything behind the Supreme Personal Godhead Krishna is a cause. Furthermore, he says, different people have different theories regarding the Supreme Cause, but none of them are as genuine. There are so many people say, Shakti is the cause of everything. Durga is the cause of everything. Lord Shiva is the cause of everything. Lord Ganesha is the cause of everything. Anand Maya is the cause of everything. This Maya and that fellow cause of everything. But nobody knows. Nobody knows the genuine. Because they don't have the right source. If they could get the right source, Krishna says, Pitahamase Jagata Madadhada Pitamaha. Isn't it? Any other the demigods have proclaimed? The devotees might say, my son might say, my dad is fantastic person, is well versed. That's what he's saying. But what others are saying? What he himself is saying? That matters. So, Prabhupada is saying, but none of them is genuine, are genuine. The only supreme cause is Vishnu. And Vishnu means when Krishna takes an avatara to execute one particular thing in the material world, just one particular cause, one particular karya. That's why he is known as Vishnu. Just one cause, nothing more than that. Narasimhadev came to kill Hiranyakashipu. He didn't do anything else. That's it. Rama has done few things, but not as many as the Krishna has done. So Vishnu is the one who can execute just one job. Parshurama just came killing the Kshatriyas. Matsya just to save the king and Vedas. Or Varaha to uplift the earth. So many things, just one cause. So he says the cause is Vishnu. And the intervening impediment is the energy of the Lord. But Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantra Rodani Mayaya. We are all put in the Bharma. Not that Krishna wanted us. That's what we desire. My idea, my way of thinking. Furthermore, the Lord has employed His wonderful material energy in the manifesting many wonderful distraction in the material world. And the conditioned soul, illusion by the same energy, are thus unable to know the supreme cause. We give an example is suppose a child is crying, making nuisance in the house. The parents can tell the housemaid, just take him out. And housemaid takes him out. He say, look at the plane, look at the tree, look at this toy, look at the lollipop, look at this, look at this. That is her job. That is her job to take him away from the parents. Why? Because the child is not behaving properly. So similarly, there is external energy, Durga Devi. She is doing the job because we are insane. We are retarded. And therefore, with the different manifestation by the illusion energy, we are allured. We forget things. You know, when a child gets hurt, now instead of consoling him, you try to beating the particular object that you got hurt, the child will feel very happy. Yeah, okay. I have taken my revenge. Just this called an illusion. That's what Prabhupada is saying. The most stalwart scientist and philosopher, therefore, cannot be accepted as wonderful. They only appear wonderful because they are instrument in the hand of the illusion energy of the Lord. Under illusion, the general masses of the people deny the existence of the Supreme Lord and accept the foolish product of illusion energy as the Supreme. Balam Balavatam Chaham. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. Now somebody can research a wonderful thing. Now his contribution is that he has been favored by Krishna. Who gives the intelligence? And if people are so intelligent, why at the age of 60, they are retired? Even being IAS, IPS, and so many people, big stalwart and general and colonel, retire. Why it is possible? Why is that? Because they know that his capacity is finished. So Krishna gives the intelligence. All those scientists or philosopher and philanthropic activities, he gives them an opportunity to do some good indirectly and thereby earn some merits, at least reserving the seat to go to the heavenly planet. Next para. One can know the supreme cause, the person of Godhead, by causeless mercy of the Lord. Again, causeless mercy, which is bestowed upon the Lord's pure devotees like Brahma and those in his disciplic succession. By acts of penance only was Lord Brahma able to see Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and by the realization only could he understand the Lord as he is. Brahma was extremely satisfied upon observing the magnificent beauty and opulence of the Lord, and he admitted that nothing can be comparable to him. Only by penance can one appreciate the beauty and opulence of the Lord. And when one is acquainted with that beauty and opulence, he is no longer attracted by any other. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 2.59. Param drishtva nivartate. So, we have become really duty-bound to help ourselves. Bharata bhumite hele janmayar. Janma sarthak karo. This is what we miss the point. Karo paropkar. Every one of us are trying to do paropkar without practicing. We have just got into the preaching. So that's what the Prabhupada is trying to say in Bhagavad Gita. Param drishtva nivartate. Only those who have the ironment of love for Krishna, they can only see Krishna as he. They can see Krishna everywhere. Remember once Bansidas Babaji with his disciple, he is begging on the bank of the river. He had put his chadar and he is singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He had 2-3 disciples and people are coming and somebody putting 1 anna, half an anna, whatever they are throwing. Now his disciples are counting how much has come, how much has come, how much has come. Bansidas Baba is just singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All of a sudden the disciples saw that one boy came, he just took a bunch full of money from there and ran. Now these devotees running after him. Guruji, he has stolen our money, Bansidas Baba told him, sit down and do a kirtan. But they have taken no money. Well, no. One thief is giving, other thief is taking. It doesn't belong to us. Don't worry about it. But we'll make a hue and cry. Sometime, if I do something and I'm not caught, I'm cheating, misguiding, I'm not caught. So I feel myself very clever person. But if sometime I'm caught for the thing that I have not done, I'll cry the fall. Oh, it's wrong. I didn't do anything. I swear on God or whatever it is. I didn't do anything. In our childhood, whenever we have to tell the truth, we have to take a pledge on my mother, on my sister and brother. But generally thing was there, we will swear on Ram ji ki kasam. You know why? We knew that Ram ji kabhi nahi marenge. Ram ji pasti, you used to say in Gadwali, Ram ji pasti, I'm telling you the truth. See, we cheat. Now if I'm caught for something wrong I have not done, I'm caught, I'll cry the fall. not realizing I have cheated anybody in the past. And this is what happens with us. When the bad thing happens to us, we blame Krishna. Why is it like that? I didn't do anything. I don't deserve injustice. And whenever we got scot-free, oh, that's my birthright. I'm a clever. I could dupe the people. This is the mentality that we all have. But Brahmaji is astonished. Now, some of you may say, how Brahmaji knows about it? Because Brahmaji could also visualize another material world. And he saw the people over there. That they are not worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His creation is yet to start. But he has the experience. I remember once Manohar Prabhu had asked me a question in Chitrakoot Dham, that how Brahmaji knew that what to do and how to do. As Krishna gave him and this one. Well, no, but how when things did not exist? Then I told him, Prabhu, you are an engineer by profession. Whenever you have to do an engineering work, you got a barren land, blank land, there is nothing there, right? Then you start constructing. But you have seen other constructions also. So similarly, Brahma had seen the other construction of other material world. He could visualize. He could see. And that's why he's saying, the self-realization, unfortunate are those who are not worshipping you and trying to understand you. Sunahu ma te bad anubhagi, bhajan kari, si anuragi, something is there. Saying, my dear Uma, unfortunate are those who are leaving the Krishna Katha, Ram Katha, and they are doing something else. How unfortunate they are. The same thing Brahma is saying here today. The last para, Prabhupada purport. Foolish human being who do not endeavor to investigate the supreme beauty and opulence of the Lord are here condemned by Brahma. It is imperative that every human being try for such knowledge. And if anyone does not do so, his life is spoiled. Once there was a scientist, he wanted to cross the river. He had a boatman. So he started conversing with the boatman. Hey, do you know about science? He said no. Do you know about maths? Boatman said no. Do you know about history? No, everything no. So the scientist said, your life is spoiled, you are good for nothing. All of a sudden, the wave came in the river and the boat turned down and both of them in the water. So that boatman said to scientist, hey, do you know swimming? He said, no. Well, then you are doomed. So it's not that you should know everything. You should know the basic. You may not be the great scientist or the pilot or the engineer or the MBA and the runner and things like that. But if you know who Krishna is, you are saved. How? Krishna will save you. That's the only thing. Furthermore, Prabhupada said, anything that is beautiful and opulent in a material sense is enjoyed by those living entities who are like crows. There are so many poets. They write the poetry on the river, on the flower, on the birds. So many things. Beautiful stanzas, beautiful poetries with rhyming and everything. But they don't appreciate who has created it. There are hardly very few who can write on Krishna. On nature they can write. The most of the poems are written on the beauty of the women. Most of the poems. Your eyes and your hair and your this and that. But none of the poetry is written on a human being except Krishna and Rama. Their beauties, or at some time Sukadeva Goswami, his beauty is described. Otherwise, all beauty is for the women, nothing for the men. So similarly here, people write on the nature of Krishna, but nothing on Krishna. Very few, as I said. So Prabhupada is saying, they are like the crows. And crows, they only feed on the filth. Sraddha, when there's Sraddha, that in Sraddha, what people do, a portion of the food, they put it outside, the crow comes and takes it, and they think that ancestors have come and in the shape of a crow, and he has taken the prasadam. So one day there was one, the lady, widow lady, her son was there. They put the prasadam outside and inviting the crow, please come and take prasadam. The crow will come, will not touch that food and run away. She started crying. She says, see, he has died, but he has not changed his habit. He still is not eating the prasadam which is made by me. Okay, she's got a crow. Huh? Crows always engage in picking at the rejected garbage, whereas the white duck do not mix with the crow. Rather, they take pleasure in transparent lakes with the lotus flower. Surrounded by beautiful orchards, both crows and ducks are undoubtedly bird by birth, but they are not the same as the feather. Similarly, we may be looking a normal human being, but our acts will differ. If we are satatam kirtayantu mam, if every time we are in the ecstasy of Rupa Krishna, then we will have the same human body, but our desires, our ideas will be entirely different. The destination for everybody is different, what we choose. So with this, it comes to an end of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, Text 1, the translated purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Now, the next one is, I think,